One of the danger spots in any college football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent. And we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Williams-Brice Stadium, home of the South Carolina Gamecocks. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Oregon Ducks, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Will get us started with the opening kickoff. He'll start the return inside his 5. He is electric in the return game, and that one has the offense set up nicely. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. That's caught. It's Clark. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. The margin for error is so small in a conference like this, and in Big Ten play, really imperative to get off to a good start.
You really focus on all offseason getting off to such a great start, right? Start fast. Win our conference. Well, this is step one. And so I think you're so tired of hitting your own color jerseys, by the way. You're excited when you get in conference plays. You start to get some of that familiarity, some of that also that hatred that you have for these other teams. So the Big Ten is a fun conference.
Yeah, and you know both of these teams, their players have had this game circled all offseason because this is the first one. This is the first step.
Turning it on! All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
Open space at the 25. Touchdown, South Carolina! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with a 44-yard touchdown pass. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Makes the grab. It's Davison. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. To the air. It's Knight. Pocket breaking down. Pass rush. Gets there. Gets home. Gets him down at the 23.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call. They want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Finds some fresh air. Breaks into the open. Touchdown Gamecocks! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. He'll try to do it himself. Got a 1st down. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
That last play is the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now they've got it 1st and 10 outside the 40. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Moore. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Amazing individual effort there by the defender, defeating his block and getting to the bubble screen, not allowing a gain. You don't see that happen too often, but these DBs, boy, they love to fight at the point of attack and beat blocks.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Looking to throw, it's Knight. Lets it fly. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Going to throw it over the top of the deep. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on 1st down.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Caught over the middle. It's Moulton. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. Got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Quickly to the tight end. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be a first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
The Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to adjust the pattern. Moore will throw. Fires to the big fella. Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs. These routes have some reads and adaptability built in, and the big fella found that cushion and made the play.
Man, it's so awesome how much offenses have evolved. They know exactly what they're getting, where to sit down, quarterback, tight end, on the same page, gets the first down.
Wants to go up top on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down.
My goodness, this offense has got it rolling. They might put up a 50-burger. This defense, they don't have any answers right now. They're going to have to figure something out.
Quarterback on the keeper.
They go with the option. Quarterback keeps it himself. And look, we've seen this guy on tape, guys, break these tackles and take it the distance. This offense should keep dialing up these option plays. Don't let that short gain by the QB prevent you from running this scheme in your playbook.
It's complete to the left. He'll be run out of bounds at the 13.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
A run for the quarterback. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11. And the Gamecocks pounded the rock to move the sticks now back to work. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the tight end. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Going to work in the red zone, they can pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Moore to the air. Oh, they're after him! And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. From the gun, wants to pass. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
And this offense now, it's decision time. Man, they've put a nice drive together. You want to walk away with points, but how aggressive do you want to be? Do you want to take this field goal, or do you want to try to get a touchdown?
And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. It's good. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for the squad.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Throws to the back. Makes the catch. It's Riggs. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. That's the end of the quarter, and South Carolina has the lead. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. First play of the period will be a second down. Looking to pass. It's Knight. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
This is not going to get any easier. You're already down. You know it's passing situation. And you got to protect your quarterback, and they can't do it. This has not been a great day early for this offense.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. They'll send the back in motion. Trying play action. Starts to scramble to the left. That's caught. It's Ross. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big-time pickup on that one. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Direct snap. It's Davison. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on fourth down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. Finds his man. It's Adams. There he goes. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to, and I know where I need to get to. Great job by the wide receiver finding that hole, and the quarterback throwing a strike.
And the Ducks are on the move. Dropping back, it's Knight. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. He'll pull it down and run. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Takes a hit as he fires. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Unloads quickly. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Well, that concludes completion now sets up a critical third down here in the red zone for this quarterback. His offense, his team, is trailing by a lot. They're going to need him to start making plays consistently, and he's going to have to do it when the defense knows he's about to throw it. And that's exactly the situation right here. Third down in the red zone. The quarterback has got to step up on this next play.
Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it, first and goal.
Perfect timing to call that pass play. It's third and short down here in the red zone. Everybody in the stadium expecting you to run the football, and if you don't get it, maybe you kick a field goal, maybe you go for it on fourth. You don't have to worry about that now. Because of the pass completion, it's first and goal.
The Ducks will try to punch it in on first and goal. To the air, it's Knight. Rushes on him, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Oregon! This guy is so slippery, so elusive. He just vaporizes right in front of the defense.
It's crazy. You could play touch football in the elevator and lose to this guy. He's that kind of quick.
Lining up for the PAT. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. Ole Miss looks like an old punching bag out there today. And any way you slice it, this fan base, heck, this coaching staff just didn't expect that. They're trailing by 14 to Texas. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. So last time, David, they ate up some clock, ran a bunch of plays, but settled for the field goal.
Yeah, but they're still up here, and I like where I'm at. And if I'm on offense right now, my job is to put another long drive together, eat more clock, and get another score.
Just got to be better in the red zone this time around. When they get down close to the goal line, you need better execution to put a touchdown on the board here.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Grabbed behind the line, it's Clark. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
The returner will field it and try to do some business. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Looking downfield, it's Knight. Throws for the tight end. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
And that's a really good job by this defense being dialed in. You got a big lead. You know exactly what's coming. This offense is going to have to make some explosive plays down the field. They were ready, they were disciplined, and made a good play on the football.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Here comes the heat. Picked off. A turnover in their own end. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. And the the offense suddenly with an opportunity it couldn't have expected with a 1st and goal after the pick. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Just like to see the quarterback have a clock going off in his head, forcing him to get rid of that football. Can't take a sack on 1st down in goal-to-go situation and move your offense backwards.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Trying to barrel in. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. On the move. Touchdown, South Carolina! And they take it in for 6 more points.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that one.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. All wideouts, no backs. Back to pass, it's Knight. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Forced out of the pocket. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now, why they're trailing on the scoreboard, is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
They make the stop at the 26, and let's see if they bring out the punt team.
Man, interesting play call on 3rd and long. I think we're thinking pass, and which matchup do they try to exploit? And they try to sneak a run in there, and the play's fine. I mean, they run the option very unsuccessfully. Small gain, and now we got 4th down.
Wants to bring it back. He gets a block. Touchdown, Gamecocks! Special teams proving to be special. That return man saw daylight the instant the ball touched his hands, and he darted to it and took it to the house.
And Reese, I think it's one of the hardest things to do in football, to catch the ball as all these guys are flying around you, and you got to take it, make a miss, try to find spaces and creases that aren't there. Great job making a huge play. Special teams and punt returns coming up big.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Wants to throw, it's Knight. Under fire. Just tried to ease it out there, and it falls incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Last next incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Grabbed over the middle, it's Moore. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37. They've been overwhelmed so far in this first half, but if they could muster a score, maybe a glimmer of hope.
Yeah, and I know it's been a struggle. They've been struggling this whole game, but let's get something positive going into halftime. Coaches won't yell at you as much, but they got the first.
And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
Well, for this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game now. 3 sacks on the day. They're just simply winning and doing a better job executing up front at the point of attack.
These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. He's got the tight end. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
If you try to throw these curl routes against zone coverage, you got to have great time. Nice job there by the quarterback, understanding where he wanted to go with it, but also the conviction. Did you see the arm talent on that throw?
On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they built the lead.
They boot it away. Makes the catch and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O's. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. The Gamecocks will boot it away to start the 2nd half. Coming out with it, it's Moore. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Huge deficit to start this 3rd quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the 2nd half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You could tell. Drops back, nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off and get what I can get.
The Ducks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Smith dropping to pass. Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. Looking for more room. Touchdown, Gamecocks. And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick 6.
And doing a great job in coverage. Obviously, you got to play run first as a linebacker always. That's your first thought process. But then reading the QB's eyes, breaking on the football, catching it. And then from there, it was easy. Just take it right to the house.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner will be dragged down.
Oregon offense will take over. 1st and 10.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. looking to fire. Pressure coming. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
Well, this is a big moment for this offense, too, because you want to capitalize on getting the turnover, right? You just threw an incompletion. Now you got a big down coming up. You've got to find a way to make a play here so that you can generate points and capitalize off of the opponent's mistake.
When you've already sent your punter out 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. Smith wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle. It's Moore. Turning it on. Touchdown Ducks! A great catch and run for 6.
And, man, what a game-changing type play. The offense throwing the football deep in their own end, and they're probably thinking to themselves, hey, let's just get some more space. Let's try to get a first down and give ourselves room to work with. What an individual effort by the receiver after he had the ball in his hand, taking it all the way, coast to coast on that touchdown.
On to attempt the try. And it's perfect. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Maryland has the lead right now, but if this team has taught us anything over the years, it's that no lead is safe there in College Park. They're up by 11 over Coastal Carolina. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. And even after that last score, still working with a great big cushion. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They'll line up for a second down play. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Got enough for the first down. Still on his feet at the 45. It's a seam wide open. The 10. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, South Carolina.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
And the point after is good. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. He'll bring it out. It's Moore. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15.
First and 10.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. Looks as if he's going to run it. Breaks into the open. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Smith dropping to pass. Throws to the wideout. Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. Taking it the other way. He's at the touchdown Gamecocks. How about this defense taking one back to the house? What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
Number 24 sets the kickoff.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Here's the pressure. It's incomplete, and this sophomore quarterback usually makes that throw every time.
I just don't feel like the quarterback's in a rhythm so far. He's had accuracy issues. That last throw was underthrown, but we've seen bad decisions. Trying to force the football in places it just shouldn't go, and that's why he's already thrown multiple interceptions.
They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down here. At the 45, on his way. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work.
And first down for the offense.
Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Let's go. Sends it back in motion. On the direct snap, it's Davison. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
Now the play fake. Steps away to find some room. Trying to make magic with his feet. Nice job there to limit the running room, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
And one of the things I love about this defense is their speed. And they knew coming into the game that they were going to see quarterback run, but that time they had him all bottled up, and they were able to use their speed to make him go east and west and run him out of bounds. Not a great game.
Smith wants to throw. Pulls it in. It's Davison. Smashes through the tackle. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Wants to throw on first down. Running to Green.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
And the Ducks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. Here's a heat. Trying to escape and get it himself. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big third down conversion by this offense.
The Ducks will snap it on 1st and 10. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. He's got it on the move. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Smith dropping to pass. Nowhere close on that one as he got football, and now they face third down.
Hey, good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Got it behind the line. It's Riggs. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding 3rd and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a 4th down.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Oregon.
Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Gets rid of it. Grab near the marker. It's Ross. Touchdown, Oregon! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
That deficit's still pretty big, and they'll try to get it right back and cut into it with an onside kick. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Bringing it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. That's reeled in. It's Clark. At the 35, he's loose. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch.
A lot of smiles right now in this offense. They've got a big lead. They're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
We've reached the break. It's South Carolina holding the lead. And this beatdown is close to completion as we've reached the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. The hand to the running back. He breaks a tackle. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
Well, this offense is going to try and grind their way to a win now, and they're going to start force-feeding this guy the football, too. He's made a few plays earlier in this game, but now in the 4th quarter, it's about force-feeding him, getting some push up front, and just icing this thing.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Wide receiver comes in motion. Here's the handoff. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. And he had just enough to will that one home. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind. They keep pushing. pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. To throw, it's Knight. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
And this is always the time in the game where coaches are absolutely watching. Like, which one of my guys mail it in and quit? And if you're the quarterback, man, you've been sacked a few times, you've turned the football over, like, continue to play, find some ways to maybe get a few first downs and make something positive happen.
Now rolling to the left. Nice move there. He'll be forced out of bounds right at the 30-yard line as they try to grind out some room.
Man, this defense has their hands full today because not only do they have to worry about the running backs and not only do they have to worry about the passing game, they've got to worry about this quarterback running the football because of plays like that. Not a huge explosive play, but he showed you the athleticism and he showed you he has the ability to hurt you with his legs.
He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
And sometimes these QBs, man, you just want them to hang in the pocket maybe just a little bit longer. It's third down. I got a little bit I got to get, and I think he pulls the football down, tries to make a play with his feet, but the defense does their job and forces the fourth down.
Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on fourth down. Still going. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on fourth down.
Man, what a great second effort by the receiver there. Catches the football. He knows he's got to get some yards to get that first down. Nice job understanding that, getting to the sticks and getting the first down.
Motion from the back. To the air on first down. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
Well, you look at Webster's dictionary and the term game wrecker, a picture of this guy is going to show up. He has been unstoppable in this football game. That's his second sack here today.
Back to throw, it's Knight. Going to try to get it himself. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
And this QB's really starting to show you something, isn't he? I mean, he's been hit a lot in the pocket, and I just like the toughness. At the end of the run here, he's not sliding because he's been banged up a little bit. Lowering the shoulder, getting the first down, taking some hits, but he's still competing.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass on second down. Snagged in the middle. It's Perry. He stopped at the 32. Picks up 10 on the play and gets the first down.
And that's kind of crazy. I didn't think that would happen coming into this football game. I didn't think we'd get in the fourth quarter and just call his name. This offense, man, he is a big play, dynamic weapon. They got to continue to get him the ball more because he can make enormous plays for your offense.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure, they're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the fourth quarter. This guy has never gotten into a rhythm.
And I'm just not sure where to put the blame. And I know they're going to lose this football game. They've struggled, and he's been sacked. I know he's turned it over and thrown an interception, but they they haven't been in sync, and nobody's played really great, and they've got to find an identity on this offense moving forward.
Finds his big tight end. He's not going to make it, and what a big stop for this defense, and they might be able to put this thing away.
Offensively, this is a beautiful time now because now I get to get all my other guys in the game. Guys that don't get to play that much. We're up. This game's over after that missed fourth down conversion. Now we get to get everybody in the ball game, or if you choose, like Jesse probably would, to go pad some stats and get some more catches, get some more rush yards if that's your thing. And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. But, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. They'll run it from the gun. Slithers into space. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.